Surviving the loss of a child doesn't follow stages like a staircase. It's like learning to walk blindfolded through unfamiliar terrain. You'll trip, you'll fall, and still, you'll learn how to move forward with grace. Grief is not linear. It's a landscape, wild and untamed. When you lose a child, especially to an accident that came like a thief in the night, you're not simply heartbroken, you are disoriented. You don't just lose a person, you lose your internal compass. And if anyone ever tries to hand you a checklist for grief, 5 stages, neat and tidy, you have my full permission to tear it up, because grief like this doesn't move step by step. It crashes over you like waves in a storm, calm 1 minute, then a tsunami the next. You will wake up some mornings feeling okay, only to be shattered by the sound of a toy, a photo, a song, a smell, a voice that no longer answers. You must understand, this landscape is yours now. Not forever in suffering, but forever in shape. You can build a life again, yes, but it will be built on new ground, raw, uneven, sacred. You're not returning to the life you had before, and that truth might feel unbearable at first, but don't resist it. Because this is where your healing begins. Not by running away from the terrain, but by learning to walk it, slowly, gently, fiercely, and that's something I wish someone had told me at the beginning of my own lost journey. When the world expects you to move on, or be strong. What they don't see is that strength is in the quiet. It's in getting out of bed when your chest feels like stone. It's in walking into the room they used to live in and letting yourself collapse on the floor, because your body needs to scream what your heart cannot say out loud. It's in choosing to keep breathing even when part of you doesn't want to. You see, surviving the accidental death of a child is not about mastering grief. It's about coexisting with it. Walking through that landscape doesn't mean you conquer it. It means you learn its language. You learn where the sharp edges are. You learn the routes that lead you into darkness, and the ones that lead you back into light. And over time, you get better at finding your footing. The pain is still there, yes, but your legs grow stronger. And sometimes, this might sound strange, but sometimes you'll miss the days when the grief was raw, because in that pain they felt close. It's okay to admit that. There's no shame in it. That pain is proof of love that didn't get a chance to finish. And even though it hurts, it also connects you. It reminds you that you're still a parent. You're still their parent. So please, don't let anyone rush you through this. You're not stuck. You're not doing it wrong. You're surviving. You're relearning how to exist in a world that no longer makes sense. And some days, the only victory will be that you made it to the next breath. That's enough. That's more than enough. There will be days when people will say, "You're so strong." And you'll want to scream back, "I didn't have a choice." That's valid, but hear me when I say this. Your survival is not just reflex, it's also resistance. It's also love. It's also the deepest expression of what it means to be human. You didn't want to be in this landscape. You didn't ask for it. But here you are, learning to navigate it with trembling hands and a heart that still beats somehow, even after being shattered. And in this landscape, you'll start to see things you never noticed before. You'll find moments of beauty that you'll want to reject at first. Sunsets that seem unfairly beautiful. A stranger's laughter that feels like betrayal. But if you let them, those moments can be signs. Not that you're moving on, but that life is inviting you to move asterisk with asterisk the pain, not away from it. To live again, to love again. Not as if nothing happened, but asterisk because asterisk something did. And that takes courage. Real, aching, bone, deep courage. Because you're rebuilding yourself from scratch. Every decision feels different. Every breath has weight. And yet, every time you choose to keep going, you're forging a path not just for yourself, but for others who will one day need to know that it's possible. So keep walking even when the ground disappears beneath you. Keep walking even when your knees shake. And if you have to crawl, then crawl. This isn't weakness. This is the journey. This is the terrain. And no one gets to judge how you walk it. Let me know if you'd like to continue with Key Point 2F, write the full speech F, or summarize this in video script format F. You may smile, then feel ashamed for doing so. You may be numb, then feel broken for not crying. But healing begins when we give ourselves permission to feel joy and sorrow side by side. You have to allow yourself to feel everything, and I mean asterisk, everything asterisk, without guilt. Grief is not just sadness, it's anger, it's confusion, it's moments of silence that feel like screaming and moments of laughter that feel like betrayal when a child dies, especially from something as sudden and senseless as an accident. Your soul splits in half. One part of you wants to freeze time and hold on to every last moment. The other part is already screaming into the future, begging to know how you're supposed to go on without them. And in between those two versions of you is guilt. The heavy, crushing weight of it, but I need you to hear me loud and clear. Asterisk feeling joy again does not mean you've forgotten them asterisk. Asterisk smiling does not mean you've moved on asterisk. Asterisk laughing does not mean you've healed asterisk. It just means you're human and your heart is trying to survive. This journey will throw you into emotional chaos. One day you'll feel numb. The next day, you'll be completely broken. Then, out of nowhere, you'll have a moment where you remember them, and it brings warmth, not pain. And then you'll immediately feel guilty for that. How dare I feel okay? You'll whisper to yourself, how can I still laugh, still eat, still talk about the weather when my child is gone? That voice, that guilt, is not your truth. It's not your love talking, it's your trauma. I want you to feel every single emotion without judging yourself for it. Your grief is not performative. It's not a play you put on for others. You're not required to cry on cue or remain miserable to prove your love. Your love asterisk already exists asterisk. You carried it in your womb. You held it in your arms. You heard it in their laugh. You saw it in their eyes. That love doesn't disappear because your feelings change from moment to moment. It stays, it evolves, it grows even in the ashes of your heartbreak. You're going to feel anger, so much anger, maybe at God, maybe at the driver, maybe at yourself, maybe at them, for leaving. And you know what? That's okay. Don't bottle that up. Don't push it away. You're not evil for feeling it. You're not wrong. You're a parent whose entire world was turned upside down. That anger isn't destruction. It's part of your process. Let it speak, let it move through you, just don't let it build a home inside you, don't let it rot your core. You'll also feel emptiness, the kind that makes you question why you even woke up today. That's grief's shadow. It will follow you for a while. Some days it will feel like it's sitting on your chest, suffocating you. Let it sit, acknowledge it, don't fight it. Fighting your feelings only gives them more power. Instead, meet them with compassion. I see you. You say to your sorrow, you're here because I love someone so deeply that their absence rearranged the fabric of my being. And then there are the rare, glimmering moments of joy. A child's laugh you hear on the street, a butterfly landing near you, a memory that surfaces, vivid and full of color, and instead of weeping, you smile. That smile will scare you. That joy will feel like betrayal. It's not, it's your child, your soul, reminding you that you're still here, and that life, somehow, in its cruel and beautiful way, still holds moments worth holding on to. You don't owe anyone a specific version of grief. Not your partner, not your friends, not the well-meaning people who say things like stay strong, or they're in a better place. You get to define what this looks like for asterisk you asterisk. Maybe that means screaming into pillows. Maybe it means journaling at 2 a.m. Maybe it means dancing in the kitchen one day and falling to your knees the next. It all belongs. It's all valid. Don't shrink your grief to make others comfortable. Don't apologize for your breakdowns, and absolutely don't pretend you're fine when you're not. This isn't about being okay. It's about being asterisk real asterisk. Being honest with your emotions is not a weakness. It's one of the most powerful things you can do in the aftermath of loss. You give yourself permission to heal the right way, your way. When Amy Purdy talks about losing her legs, she says the hardest part wasn't physical, it was emotional. The identity, the guilt of still wanting to live a beautiful life, that's exactly what you're facing. You lost a piece of your soul, and now you're learning how to keep breathing without guilt for the moments when the sun peeks through the storm. So breathe, laugh, scream, weep, repeat, feel it all. That's not failure. That's survival. Let me know if you'd like to keep going with key point 3F. Turn this into a short film script F, or make it more spiritual F. Like Amy Purdy used her physical loss to fuel her mission, your loss can evolve into a message, a legacy. Whether it's advocacy, art, or simply living boldly in your child's honor, you can transform the pain. Turn pain into purpose. That is not just a slogan for the strong. It is a lifeline for the broken. When you lose a child, especially through something as shattering and sudden as an accident, the world splits in half. One side is full of memories, laughter, their little hand in yours, the echo of their voice down the hallway, and the other side, silence, crippling, unbearable, gut-punching silence. In that space, it's so easy to fall into despair and stay there. It's so easy to feel like everything good died with them. But if you are still breathing, if your heart is still pounding, even broken, it means something in you wants to keep going, and that something is where purpose begins. Now, I am not saying that your pain is a gift. It's not. It's brutal. It's unfair. It's trauma. But what I am saying is this. What you do with that pain, that can become the most meaningful part of your life. You didn't ask for this wound, but you have a say in how it gets woven into your story. It can bury you, or it can build you into someone you never imagined you could be. And I promise you, that's not betraying your child. It's honoring them in the most powerful way possible. Think about this. Your child didn't get to grow up. They didn't get to fulfill their dreams, graduate, get married, paint their masterpiece, sing their favorite song on stage. But you're still here. You are the continuation of everything they were. Every smile they gave, every laugh, every dream they whispered in your ear, that lives on in you. What if you could be their voice? What if you could turn your agony into fuel and your grief into motion? What if your pain became someone else's guidepost through the dark? I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's possible. I'm saying that one day you might wake up and realize that your tears have started to form a river, and that river can carry someone else forward. You may start a foundation, you may write a book, you may sit quietly beside another parent whose heart has just shattered and say, I know, I understand, you're not alone. That's purpose, that's power. Amy Purdy didn't become powerful because she lost her legs. She became powerful because she chose to build something with the pain. You can too, and no, your purpose doesn't have to be big and flashy. You don't need a stage. Your purpose might be small and sacred. It might be planting a garden in their name. It might be smiling at a stranger because you know how far one act of kindness can reach. It might be holding your surviving children tighter and raising them to be resilient, empathetic, whole. That is legacy. That is transformation. You'll have moments where the pain is still so fresh it burns. You'll think, how can I turn this into anything I can't even breathe . And that's okay. You don't have to know your purpose right away. This is not a race. This is not a competition. Purpose doesn't arrive fully formed. It grows slowly like roots from a seed cracked open by lightning. Let the storm crack you. Let it shatter everything that you used to be. And then, with trembling hands, start picking up the pieces that still feel like truth, like love, like possibility. One day, that accident won't just be a wound. It will be a doorway. A doorway to the deepest parts of your humanity. To compassion you didn't know you were capable of. To strength that doesn't roar, but whispers. Keep going. To love that no longer needs presence to exist. You don't have to stop grieving to start building something. You don't have to stop crying to make a difference. Grief and purpose can walk side by side, hand in hand, and don't listen to anyone who says it's time to move on. No. You don't move on from this. You move with it. You carry it. And if you let it, that weight begins to sculpt you into a new version of yourself. A version that doesn't deny the pain but dares to do something with it. You may not have had a choice in what happened, but you have asterisk every choice asterisk in how you respond to it. You have every right to create something meaningful, something fierce, something full of light in a world that tried to drag you into the dark. You're not just surviving, you're becoming, you're evolving. You are the living, breathing evidence that even in the aftermath of the unthinkable, beauty can rise. Purpose doesn't erase pain, it gives it direction. It gives it shape, it gives it wings, so let the pain speak. Let it roar, let it teach, then let it lift you into the next chapter. Let me know if you want to continue with key point 4F. Create a video narration F, or add quotes to support this F. You're not the same parent you were before the tragedy. That version of you shattered, but in the rebuilding, you are still a parent, still whole in your love, still a vessel of their memory and story. You have to redefine your identity, not erase it. That's where the real transformation begins. When a child dies, especially by accident, your identity as a parent is shaken to the core. You walk around like a ghost of the person you were. Everything feels surreal. The way you saw yourself, protector, nurturer, provider, suddenly comes into question. Because if your child is no longer here, what are you now? Who are you now? That question is like a blade, quiet but cutting every time you wake up and feel the emptiness of their absence. But here's what nobody tells you loudly enough. Your identity as a parent didn't end. It changed form. You are still their mother. You are still their father. That title doesn't disappear because they are no longer in your arms. It just becomes something more spiritual, more soul. Deep, you go from feeding them to feeding their legacy. From tucking them into bed to tucking them into your heart and carrying them with you through every decision, every conversation, every breath. Your love didn't die, it evolved, and because of that, you evolved too. But I'm not going to lie, this part is hard, because it forces you to let go of the life you asterisk thought asterisk you were going to have. You'll see families laughing at the park, kids running with balloons, school backpacks lining the hallway at the start of the year, and you'll feel that ache again. That ache that screams, this should be us. And it's okay to let that scream out. It's okay to miss the future that never got the chance to happen. That grief is valid. That grief is asterisk, sacred asterisk. But what you must not do, what you asterisk cannot asterisk do is let that grief rob you of asterisk, who you are becoming asterisk. You are not just the broken version of your old self. You are being remade. Like a bone that heals stronger at the fracture, your soul is reshaping itself. Don't erase who you were. Expand it. Stretch your heart wider. Let yourself be more. You are no longer just a parent who reads bedtime stories and packs lunches. You are now a keeper of memory, a guardian of love, a warrior of hope. Your role has transformed into something fierce and eternal. Own that. People will try to label you the one who lost her child, the dad whose son passed away. Don't let their limitations define your identity. You are not just a story of loss. You are a story of survival, of power, of transcendence. Every time you smile through the pain, you are saying to the world, I am still here, and so are they. Every time you speak their name, you defy silence. You bring them back into the room. You honor them, not by clinging to who you were before, but by standing tall in who you are now. There is a time when you'll look in the mirror and not recognize yourself, and that's okay, that's expected. Your eyes might carry more weight, your face might look older, your energy might feel fractured. But what if that unfamiliar person staring back at you is someone asterisk, wiser asterisk, someone deeper, someone stronger than you've ever known? What if this version of you, carved from pain, is the one who's finally learning what it means to live authentically, even in sorrow? Redefining your identity means reclaiming your voice. It means saying, yes, I am grieving, and I'm also growing. It means allowing yourself to step into new roles without guilt. You want to travel, travel. You want to change careers, do it. You want to love again, love again. You are not confined to your pain. You are not frozen in the moment they left. You are allowed to move, to live, to asterisk evolve asterisk. And that evolution is not a betrayal of your child. It is a tribute to them. Let your identity become a living memorial. Let it show the world what resilience looks like. Don't dim your light because people expect the grieving to stay in the shadows. Be bright, be bold, be loud in your healing. Tell your story. Share your scars, not because they define you, but because they refine you. Your identity has been shattered, yes, but in the rebuild, you get to decide what stays and what goes. You get to choose your truth. And I want you to speak it, not whisper it, not sugarcoat it. Speak it. Say, I am still a mother. Say, I am still a father. Say, my child may no longer walk this earth, but they still walk with me. That is power. That is identity, and no accident, no tragedy, no silence can take that from you. You carry them forward in every breath you take, not as a burden, as a badge, as a heartbeat. Let me know if you want to continue with Key Point 5F. Turn this into a visual monologue F, or add metaphorical storytelling F. The accident may never make sense, but your response can carry meaning. The ripple of how you live, speak, and show up in the world can bring significance to something that otherwise feels senseless. Healing isn't linear, it never has been, it never will be, and the moment you try to fit your grief into a timeline, you set yourself up for heartbreak all over again. We've been conditioned to believe that if you just wait long enough, if you cry enough tears, if you go to enough therapy sessions, then one day the pain will just vanish. Like grief is a disease you can cure. But losing a child is not something you get over. It's something you learn to carry, and some days that weight will feel light, manageable, almost invisible, and then out of nowhere, a smell, a song, a date on the calendar, and you are back on the floor, clutching your chest like it's day one. That doesn't mean you're broken. That doesn't mean you're going backwards. That means you are human, and your love for them still burns as bright as ever. So stop measuring your healing like it's some kind of race. You don't graduate from grief. There's no finish line, no gold medal waiting at the end, and if anyone tells you otherwise, walk away, because healing is not about erasing the pain, it's about expanding around it. Making room in your soul to carry both sorrow and joy, making peace with the fact that some days you'll feel okay and some days you won't, and both are sacred, both are true. You will have moments where you feel strong, maybe even unstoppable. You'll catch yourself laughing again, dancing in the kitchen, watching the sun set and thinking, asterisk, it's beautiful, and I'm glad I saw this. Asterisk, and then the guilt will slam into you. How dare I feel okay? How dare I smile? But that's not betrayal, that's healing. Your heart is not forgetting. It's adapting. It's learning how to function with a piece of it missing. And that takes asterisk, immense courage asterisk. That takes work no one else sees. So give yourself credit for even waking up today. For breathing through a storm most people couldn't even imagine, and you're going to stumble. You're going to think you've turned a corner, only to fall into a pit of despair the next day. That's not failure, that's the rhythm of grief. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, then 1 step forward again. That's how it works. That's how it's asterisk supposed asterisk to work. You don't heal by pretending the wound isn't there. You heal by letting it breathe. By sitting with the pain, by holding it close and saying, asterisk, I see you. I know why you're here, and I will not be ashamed of you. Asterisk, you don't need to be graceful while you heal. You can scream. You can throw things. You can curse at the sky. This is your journey. This is your process, and it won't look like anyone else's. Don't compare your grief to others. Don't look at someone who lost a child and seems fine, and think that's how you should be too. People grieve differently. Some quietly, some loudly, some need years, some need a lifetime. There's no right way to mourn the loss of your flesh and blood. No rule book for how to survive the most unnatural pain a parent can know. The only right way to heal is your way. You're not weak because you're not okay. You're not behind because you're still crying after all this time. In fact, the fact that you asterisk are asterisk crying, that you still feel asterisk, that asterisk is a sign you're still connected to your humanity. That you haven't gone numb, and that's something to honor, because numbness can feel like death, but feeling, even if it's painful, means your heart is still alive, still beating, still fighting. Healing doesn't mean you stop talking about them. It doesn't mean you pack away their photos or stop celebrating their birthday. It means you let those rituals evolve. Maybe you light a candle. Maybe you write them a letter. Maybe you do something they loved. That's healing, not because it removes the grief, but because it transforms it. It weaves it into your daily life so it doesn't consume you, but reminds you of the love that still exists between you. Yes, asterisk still asterisk, because love doesn't end at the grave, and you need to hear this. There is no shame in asking for help. None. It is not weakness to say, "I'm not okay." It is not failure to need support, to lean on others, to cry in someone's arms. You're not meant to carry this alone. We heal in connection. We heal when someone else says, "Me too." When someone sits beside us in the darkness and doesn't try to fix us, just holds space for our pain. That is healing. Not the kind you read about in books, but the real kind. The gritty soul, deep, unfiltered kind. So on the days when you feel like you've regressed, when the ache is so loud, it drowns out everything else, remind yourself that healing is not a straight line. It never will be, but every breath you take, every tear you cry, every memory you honor, every moment you choose to keep going, even when it hurts. That asterisk is healing. That is power. That is love in motion. Let me know if you'd like to move on to key point 6F. Transform this into a podcast monologue F, or add a meditation at the end F. Amy Purdy says, when you accept your situation, you don't give up, you grow. Resilience isn't suppressing emotion, it's choosing to rise with it in your bones every single day. Let yourself be changed. Don't fight the transformation that this kind of grief brings, because it's already happening. You can't go back to who you were, and honestly, why would you want to? That version of you didn't know this pain, didn't carry this depth, didn't understand the fragility of life like you do now. You've walked through a storm that few could survive. You have cried from places so deep you didn't even know your soul could reach that far. You have collapsed, you have screamed into pillows, you have questioned everything, including your faith, your purpose, your sanity, and yet here you are. You're still breathing. That means there's more for you. This pain rewrites you, and that's not something to fear. It's something to surrender to. The moment you stop clinging to the past version of yourself, the moment you stop trying to get back to normal, is the moment you start becoming something greater. I know that sounds wild to say in the middle of so much sorrow, but I'm telling you, this pain can be alchemy. It can change you into someone more honest, more present, more courageous than you have ever been. If you let this fire burn away what doesn't matter. Let it strip you down to your core values, because when you lose a child, suddenly all the noise of the world fades out. The gossip, the judgments, the perfectionism, the race to be successful. All of it seems so small. You begin to see what truly matters: love, connection, meaning, depth. You stop caring about appearances. You stop wasting time on things that don't feed your soul, and that clarity, that raw, unfiltered truth. That is a gift forged in pain. You get to rebuild from here, and this version of you doesn't need to impress anyone. You don't need to be liked. You don't need to pretend. This version of you speaks real. This version of you walks into a room and feels everything, sees the invisible weight people are carrying, and knows how to hold space for others. That kind of awareness isn't taught in books. It's born through suffering. You are not who you were. You are more. You might find yourself drawn to different people now. Don't be surprised if you outgrow relationships, jobs, even dreams. That's not selfish. That's evolution. You're not here to play small anymore. You've looked death in the face. You've heard the silence that follows the last heartbeat. So you know what's at stake. You know how precious this life is, and that knowledge changes everything. It sets your priorities on fire. It wakes you up. You may even begin to live more fully than you ever did before. Yes, even after a tragedy like this. I know it sounds impossible, but I've seen it. People who have faced the unthinkable often become the most alive because they know they don't have time to waste. They say the I love yous now. They take the trip. They paint the picture. They hug longer. They laugh louder, they honor the life that was lost by choosing to live, not just exist. That is how you carry your child forward. That is how you make their life echo into the future. You are allowed to change. In fact, it's inevitable. The choice is only whether you fight it or embrace it. And let me tell you, embracing it doesn't mean you let go of your child. It means you let them guide you. It means you ask, asterisk, who would I be if I lived in a way that honored their spirit? Asterisk, would I be more present, more bold, more loving? Then asterisk be asterisk that. Live that. Don't let your heart close. That's the risk of grief. It can harden you if you're not careful, but you must fight to stay soft. You must fight to stay open, because that's how their memory breathes through you. And don't worry about what anyone else thinks. People will say strange things. They'll try to rush your process. They'll try to put you in a box. Let them. That's their fear talking, not yours. You're not here to live a life that makes others comfortable. You're here to live a life that makes your child asterisk, proud asterisk. That means taking the pain and asterisk, becoming asterisk, something with it. That means stepping into your voice, into your truth, into your power, unapologetically. Let yourself be cracked open. Let the light pour in. Let the tears water the soil of your becoming, because you are being reborn through this pain. Not into someone weaker, but into someone asterisk wiser asterisk. Not into someone smaller, but someone asterisk limitless asterisk. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of a whole new chapter that you never asked for, but you asterisk own asterisk now. Make it sacred, make it real, make it yours. Let me know if you'd like to now summarize all 6 keynotes F. Turn this into a speech script F, or design a tribute project F.